Welcome back, everyone. My name is Charlene, and today we are in my kitchen at home videoing a bunch of recipes using rhubarb. We have a big rhubarb plant in our backyard, and I've had some friends generously give me some rhubarb so I could do different recipes with you today. I have chopped it all up previously, washed and chopped it up. The first thing I made last night was a stewed rhubarb. I like this on my oatmeal in the morning or on a scoop of ice cream. I just chopped up a whole bunch of big chunks, put it in a pot with a little bit of water, because I like it nice and thick, and I just stewed it for a little bit, just simmered it a little bit. I haven't added any sweetener to it yet. The nice thing is you get to control the sweetener. If you want to use sugar, honey, stevia, you get to control that, and it's just a nice little treat even to eat from a bowl. I'm going to make some muffins with you today. I have washed my hands. I have preheated my oven to 350, and I've lightly sprayed my muffin tin here with Pam so that the muffins don't stick. And we'll post the recipe at the end of this here today, but I'll show you what I've got going here so far. My wet ingredients, there is some sour cream, a half a cup in here, or yogurt. Either of them work good. So if you have a couple of those little yogurts sitting around, you can use that. I have a quarter cup of oil in here, 1 egg, some vanilla, and I'm going to add my 2/3 of a cup packed brown sugar and just give that a good stir. And then after that, I'm going to add my generous 1 cup of diced rhubarb. This is a great recipe. You can use frozen, okay? It's a little bit more juicier when you do, or fresh. And when you dump that in, that is all of your wet ingredients. Give it a good stir. Good. Now in the dry ingredients here, I have 1 1/3 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I got 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. So you're just going to sift that lightly together, give it a little stir so it doesn't all clump when you dump it in. And you just want to add this to your wet ingredients just enough to moisten it. You don't want to stir the heck out of it there. The nice thing is you can add as much cinnamon as you'd like to this. That's a good spice that goes with rhubarb. And the 2/3 cup of brown sugar just doesn't make them overly sweet, just gives them enough that they come out really nice and moist and very tasty. So, just stirring it very lightly there. Now I'm going to scoop it into my greased muffin tin. And you're going to fill them about 2/3 full. You are only going to get 12 out of this. So if you have extra, you can go back and add to it there. Good. I'll finish filling these here, and then you can join me before I pop them in the oven. Okay, so I've got them filled. As you can see, they are generously filled with the muffin mix, but that's okay. Now we're going to put a topping on it. Okay, the topping is 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/3 cup of brown sugar. Feel free to alter it. It's just kind of runny, but it'll go over the topping of each muffin. And then you're going to sprinkle some chopped nuts. Pecans I have tonight, and I also have granola. So I'll do about 6 with granola there on it and 6 with some pecans just to give it variety. And it really doesn't need it, but it sure adds a little extra sweetness to it there. So what I'll do is I'll just take a little teaspoon and drizzle it over the top. This makes a nice little topping on it there for when it comes out of the oven. It's a nice brown sugar taste to it there. And of course, who doesn't like brown sugar and butter? There. Good. Okay, so I'll do a few with pecans. A few with the granola. You could use walnuts. They have a nice taste to them once they've been in the oven roasted and that. Totally up to you what you'd like to use on it there. Good. A few more with pecans, and then we're going to pop them in the oven here. They're gonna go in the oven for 20 minutes at 350. And if you come back in 20 minutes, we'll see some nice and you can smell them. Thanks, bye. Okay, so the timer's gone. I have a dozen rhubarb cinnamon muffins here. We're gonna let them cool in the pan for about 5 to 10 minutes before removing them, and then enjoy with a good cup of coffee or tea. Thanks, guys.